Hi, it's the M.L.M for the Soul Channel. I do have a new topic for today. Before I begin, I just would like to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance before you, Hashem. And some people I thank have inspired me. I hope they can inspire you as well. And I will have links below this video to their sites: Rabbi Shalom Arush, Rabbi Lazer Brody, Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi, Rabbi Eli Mansour, Rabbi Elon Anava, Rabbi Yuval Ovadia, Rabbi Daniel Asser, Nisim Baruch Black, David Sachs, Rabbi Michael Skobach, Jews for Judaism, Rabbi David Ashir, Rabbi Yaron Ruvain, and Rabbi Yosef Chesney. As well, if you've never checked out this channel before, I will have a link below to my first video, which explains what M.L.M for the Soul means, what it stands for, and what I am doing. So this is again from Tiferes Yosef from Rabbi Yosef Chesney, and this is for the upcoming parasha, which is a double portion. It's parasha Vayakhel-Pekudei, and I call this "Do Whatever Is Within Your Power." So many of us have great ambitions, and of course, whatever I'm saying, it's from him, not me saying this. We want to do something that will change the world, something that will help hundreds of people. Yet many times we give up before we even start. We feel that on a practical level there is no way we can reach more than a few people. We have to realize that Hashem runs the world. He has his ways of assisting us. We have to do our part to the fullest of our capability, and then mysteriously our capacity will swell beyond all imaginable borders. There is a beautiful midrash that relates this point. When Esther was taken to the palace, the pasuk, which is the verse, relates that Mordechai would go there daily to inquire as to Esther's whereabouts. The Midrash, Esther Rabbah Vav Yud Bet, states that Hashem promised, "You sought after the wellness of one individual. I promise that in the end you will seek out the wellness of the entire nation." As the Megillah concludes, Mordechai was second in command, and he was Doresh Tov La'amo. He sought after good for the entire nation. In other words, Mordechai had a drive to help people, yet he did not have a position of power that would allow him to do this. This did not deter him. He did what he could do and helped out Esther. Because he did his part, Hashem promised that his capacity to help others would expand to the extent that he would be able to help the entire nation. For this reason, he was given a position of power. This is a lesson for all of us. We have to do whatever is within our power, and we will see that Hashem will expand our capacity. There are tens of organizations that help Klal Yisrael. They help thousands of people in all types of situations. Most of these organizations were not found with a vision of such magnitude. Most started with one person who saw a need that they were able to fill, and they started out by helping a handful of people in accordance to their capacity. Hashem has his way of expanding our sphere of influence, and with time these organizations took over the world. At times we see people in positions that allow them to accomplish much. We wonder what they did to earn this right. The answer is they were already following their ambition to their limited capacity. Hashem gave them the position as a way of expanding their sphere of influence. There was a Jewish soldier who visited a DP camp, which is a displaced persons camp, shortly after the war. He saw that Rav Gershon Liebman engrossed in study. The soldier inquired, "What are you doing?" Rav Gershon replied, "I am starting a yeshiva." The man probed, "Who is the Rosh HaYeshiva?" "Me." "Who is the Mashgiach?" "Me." "Who are the students?" "Me." This was quoted in Rav Yaakov Galinsky's biography, just if you want to know where that came from. So he felt the need for there to be a yeshiva. He did not wait until it was practical. He started right away. With time, he led the great Novardok Yeshiva in France. We have to do our part, and Hashem will assist us in our work. This does not only apply to great endeavors, it applies to our every action every day. As the Chovos HaLevavos in Sha'ar Cheshbon HaNefesh Cheshbon Chaf Aleph says, if we serve Hashem to the fullest of our capacity, and we yearn to do more, and we daven to Hashem, He will expand our capacity, allowing us to accomplish more. This week's parasha discusses building the Mishkan. The Ramban makes a fascinating observation. For centuries, Klal Yisrael were slaves doing backbreaking work. Nobody had the training or experience that was needed to build the Mishkan. From where did they have master carpenters and craftsmen and weavers? The Ramban answers, they found it within themselves that they had these capabilities. Their hearts lifted them up, and they volunteered to build the Mishkan. They had no way of knowing if they had what it takes. Building the Mishkan was not an easy task, yet they jumped into it, and Hashem helped them out and gave them the capabilities to do it right. This is a lesson for all of us. We should not shy away from doing great things due to lack of confidence. Jump into it, and Hashem will expand our capabilities. I was discussing this topic, again, this is Rabbi Chesney saying this, with a friend who is a Rav. He told as follows, I have experienced this in my capacity. Being a rabbi, I have given numerous drashos and classes throughout the week. Unfortunately, I do not always have ample time to prepare. Hashem helps, and somehow I am able to put a speech together in a way that I was never able to do. When my congregants come to me for guidance, the same thing happens. Hashem puts into my mind the right words to say to help them. Indeed, we just have to do our part, and Hashem will take care of the rest. The Torah relates that the Mishkan was built by Batzalel ben Uri ben Hur. Why does it mention his lineage? What difference does it make who his grandfather was? Who was Hur? When the Yidden wanted to make the egel, which is the calf, Hur stood up and protested. Unfortunately, he was killed by the populace for taking a stand. And Hur was the son of Miriam. I'm pretty sure that was right. Yeah, the son of Miriam. The Da'at Sekanim says that this is why we mention Hur's name by the Mishkan. He protested the egel, which is the calf, the golden calf. Thus it was his grandson who was given the capabilities to build the Mishkan, which atoned for the egel. At the time, it seemed as if Hur's protest did not bear fruit. It seems that if he died in vain, as if he died in vain, that his action did bear fruit. A result of it was that his grandson was given the power to build the Mishkan that atoned for the egel. Many times we do our part. We invest tens of hours into a project and it doesn't work out. It seems as if it was all a waste of time. We have to realize that no effort, as long as it was for Hashem's sake, is wasted. It will have its effect in some way, shape, or form. And my side note is we don't know when that's going to happen. So it's not up to us, like, okay, Hashem, when? He does it in His time. That's right. There is much that still must be accomplished. We must not we must not get scared off due to practicalities. We have to do our part to the fullest of our capacity, and we will see that Hashem will stretch our capacity, allowing us to accomplish what is beyond our wildest dreams. And I hope and pray that we will be able to go beyond our capacity, and that also we will all merit to live and see the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days and the rebuilding of our final and everlasting Beit HaMikdash. Amen, and thanks for watching.